Hi, it's me again. And I reckon I might as well retire because someone is bringing the fight to the BBC a lot more than I have with regards to the TV licensing. Do you remember? We talked about it a little while ago. It was a lady and she was prosecuted without being known she'd done anything wrong. It was a big story. We talked about it. And I made a video on that. And she won her case and she won compensation from the BBC for it. I think it was 6.5 grand. I made a video about it. I'll put a link somewhere. Not that I ever remember to do that. But now she's off. She is proper off on the fight. Look at this. A single mum's campaign to end outdated TV licence laws has been backed by 250,000 people after she was almost prosecuted for not paying up. So, ring any bells with you with the story? It was a woman from Basildon. Her name was Josiane Bazatoa. I'm not very good with names, am I? It says here, look, when I got the letter telling me I was being prosecuted, I couldn't believe it. I wasn't even being prosecuted for avoiding them. I tried to resolve the problem with them directly, calling and emailing to sort out the payment issues. Yeah, she got doorstepped by a goon for not having a license, and there was issues around the direct debit and stuff like that. She set another one up at the doorstep, and then she got a letter saying she's being prosecuted. And she went to a legal aid place called Appeal, who fought the case for her, and she won compensation. Where is it? There's a thing here somewhere. Josiane brought a private law claim against the BBC for indirect gender discrimination in view of the way that TV licensing identifies non-payments of licence fees and was awarded 6.5 grand. So she's got what looks like a petition with 250,000 signatures on it. There's no link to it on here. I'm going to try and find it, and I'll put a link below when I do find it. And she's won a case against them and been paid compensation. I can retire then. I'd just give the channel over to her because she's absolutely smashing it. She's doing a lot more than I've done. And I hope that one of the messages she puts out is to not talk to the goons. Because if nobody talked to them, there wouldn't be any prosecutions, would there? I mean, it's becoming a bit of a catchphrase for me on this channel, isn't it? But if you don't talk to the goons, no trouble can come. You shouldn't be watching stuff you shouldn't be watching if you don't pay for the license fee, obviously. But yeah, she's absolutely smashing it. And it was I've got to find this petition. I'm assuming it's on the proper government petition website. And when you get to 10,000 signatures on it, you get a copy and paste response. When it gets to 100,000 signatures, I think it is, isn't it? It may be debated in Parliament, and some have in the past. There's been a couple that have been debated in Parliament, but in a back room, and nothing was really said. I made videos on it. But 250,000 is one of the biggest ones I've seen, and they're all some of the MPs are already talking about it. At Parliament last week, Stephen Metcalfe asked the Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. 18% of female criminal convictions in 2021 were for non-possession of a television licence, which seems completely unreasonable. Yeah, that's a nicer way of putting it than I would. 18% of all criminal convictions for females in 2021 was TV licence related. What a joke. What a joke. Will my right honourable friend therefore agree to meet with me and my constituent Josiane to discuss this further and receive the 250,000 signature petition asking for decriminalisation? It's a big petition, 250,000. And I think that's the best we can hope for in a fight as well at the moment, is the decriminalisation of it. If we can get it decriminalised, the non-payment of it, then the rest of it sorts itself out, doesn't it? Because so many people at that point will stop paying that it will go away on its own. I think that's what we've got to aim for. It says here, the Minister for Media, John Whittingdale, agreed to meet and receive the petition. My old MP, who's the MP for Malden, John Whittingdale, absolutely useless. And from what I understand, is a defender of the BBC. So he's just chucking his name in so he gets back in the papers, I guess, isn't he? But Lucy Fraser, who's the Secretary of State for that sort of thing, said, I thank the honourable member. I am concerned that the criminal sanctions for TV licences, blah, blah, blah. Just copy and paste. Absolute nonsense. 200, can you ignore a petition for 250,000 people? It is crazy. Let me just see if I can find it. Hold on. All right, they've messed up. It took some finding. I tell you, I had to go to Appeal's Twitter feed to find it. And they've messed up. It's on change.org. Why is it not on the official government petition website? So I found it here, and she talks about her story. So 251,288 as I'm talking. But the fact that it's on change.org makes it completely meaningless, and the government can ignore it should they wish to. That's a shame. That's a shame. But, you know, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people signed it. Can they really ignore it this time? I don't think it will get it decriminalised. If it was gonna, it would have happened by now. But it could be another chink in the armour, because it's a lot of people. That is a lot of people, isn't it? So what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. So put below the link to this change.org. I'm just going to bookmark it now. I'll stick that link below. Go and sign it if you want to. And I'm going to follow this story, see what happens. I might even reach out to some people in Appeal, see if I can talk to somebody there, if there's anything I can do to help. But I don't understand why it's on change.org. But let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you'll get updates on this as and when I get them, won't you? Ta-da.